What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. You are currently joining me in the cabin of the 2019 Kenworth T680. So before I start this week, we are going to take a couple of minutes real quick and go over the interior specs. So without wasting any time, let's jump into it and show you guys what we have. So it is, for the most part, just your basic interior package, I guess you could say. We did carry the chrome and the red bits to the inside of the truck, as you can see, wrapping around the door jambs and on all the little bits and bobs throughout the dash. And I am just busting your guys' balls because we didn't really do that on purpose. So all the little red bits and bobs are standard, as you can see in the Kenworth sign and the hazard sign and some of the other buttons and whatnot. But what we did do is we did get chrome around the gauges, which I will get closer to those here in a second. There's chrome on the door handles. And then there's this wood trim that's also on the door and up here as well along the top, which just gives it a nice, really clean look on the interior. Another thing we went with was this kind of diamond stitch pattern that you'll see on both doors, and you will also see it in the back on the bunks as well. One thing we did talk about after we got the truck is we wish we would have went with the full leather seats, but these ones have turned out to be pretty decent seats. I'm not sure what this material is. It's like cloth-like, but the way they stitched it, it kind of has a textured feeling to it. But moving back into the driver's cabin, or the captain chair area, as you can see with the Kenworth, you just get a ton of gauges. If you guys want to know more about the gauges, feel free to pause the video, zoom in, whatever you want to do, and see what gauges we got. Along with the gauges, you get this little infotainment system here, which is controlled by this little button and turn dial here. So you can see, if you turn it, gives you all kinds of information about your truck. I usually keep it right there on my fuel economy. Then moving on to the steering wheel, we have your stereo controls and your cruise controls if you will. And like I did mention on the exterior video, this is a 13-speed automatic, so that's what this fancy little shifter is right here, coming off of your steering column. As you can see, you got your drive, neutral, reverse. This here is for your Jake brakes. If you want to switch it from manual to automatic or automatic to manual, you just push this button in here on the end, and then that gives you the option to run it as a manual as well as an automatic, which comes in handy with these automatics because they do love to shift a lot when getting on freeways or climbing hills. They will shift back and forth and back and forth, and it drives you absolutely nuts. And so being able to put it into manual mode is a huge thumbs up. But being in rush hour traffic in California, that automatic is amazing. Not having to sit there and press your clutch in and out and in and out and all that kind of fun stuff. But moving over to the center, as you can see, a couple cup holders, some little storage. And then we decided in the Kenworth you can get gauges here like we did, and then you can get gauges here where this infotainment center is, I guess that's what they call them, and then you can just have the stereo. We went with the touch screen So the touchscreen gives you a number of options. You know, obviously we're on Sirius. You have your navigation, but one thing that's cool is you have more gauges inside there, and I'm sure that they can probably put more gauges besides these. But you know, there's 6 more gauges. If you swipe over, which this thing obviously has its issues, if you swipe over, you know, there's 4 more gauges. So, and some of these are doubled of like what's over here, so, or what's in there, but it just makes it really nice to have the option to add more gauges, even though that they are in this digital format. I'm sure that you could add more gauges, and so that's really nice. And then there's a boatload of other stuff. You can hook your phone up, you know, you have your clock if you want to stare at a clock, and then you can scroll over and there's that kind of stuff, and pictures, but you can hook up cameras to it and whatnot. But yeah, and then all your switches, so you know, you have cabin lights and outside lights and hazard lights and trailer brakes and engine fans and all these switches down here. I'm not going to list them all because we'll be here for a while. You have all your air conditioning controls. It's all your standard stuff. We got more wood grain with some chrome. This one I'm going to put a sticker on the glove box, which it is actually a glove box. The sun, if it comes through the passenger window at the right angle, bounces off of that and blinds the crap out of you. So I'm going to put something on that. But it looks really nice. But moving over to the passenger seat, that's usually where I keep my paperwork, as you can see, extra hat, some water, whatever. Down here is a toolbox under the seat, which I don't really have anything truck related in there. As you can see, I have Harley parts in there. If you're following my Harley build, that's why my headlight's down there on the ground and a forward control, because I'm going to be doing some painting and whatnot while I'm on the road. But moving on from there, we got storage up above your headrests on your driver and passenger seat. This one I use for laundry and Febreze and stuff like that, just trash bags, cleaning equipment. You got these little storage bins all the way across the front above your head, which I have medicines and just some little tools and different things in. We did have them put CBs in the trucks. See if I can get it to focus. And so they put these Cobra CBs in, which have been really nice. I recommend getting a CB. If you don't have one, go get one. This cubby I use for my hard hat and safety vest because we get them out so much. But then amongst that, I use this middle sun visor for my ELD. It's perfect size. It's just velcroed on. So there's that, if you guys care about that. We went with the full rubber flooring in here. I buy these little cheap towels at Walmart though, just to lay just through the middle of the seats. That way I don't track a bunch of dust or dirt, mud, crap, you know, throughout my truck. So, you know, I can just pull it out real easy, wash it on the weekends. We did get the rubber floor mats up front. And yes, I keep baby wipes on my truck because when you're sweating your ass off, those things feel amazing to wipe yourself off with when you get back in your truck, and then you don't get your armrests and everything all nasty and dirty from having all the sweat and crap running down. But moving to the back, we have a pretty decent sized closet where I keep extra clothes, hats, gloves, beanies, just Q-tips, you know, just whatever you can fit. It does come with a mirror in the door, as you can see that diamond stitching behind us. Moving down from there, you got your fridge. So, and there's two different fridges you can choose from. You can do the pull-out drawer kind where you just stack everything in, or they gave us the option of having the door. Obviously we went with the door. That way you don't have to dig through crap every time you want to get stuff out. From there, you have this little cubby down here where I keep my folder with all my registration, license, insurance, all that kind of stuff in it and whatnot. I have a tool set behind my driver's seat. Moving on from there, there is extra storage up here. As you can see, I have a pack of baby wipes there. And then moving into the back, you do have lots of windows in the Kenworths, which makes it really nice if you want them open, you know, just to bring some sun and whatnot into your truck. There's that one, and there's these nice big ones here on the side as well, but there's those both on each side. You do have full LED lighting throughout your truck. You do have all your controls here for stereo and air conditioning. You can lock your doors from back here. You have red lights for at night if you want to have your red lights on, so you have a little bit of light in your cabin. Obviously these lights are for your main lights up here, and then this is to turn your fridge on and off with. And then we have a bunk heater over here, which you guys can't really see all this because there we go, because I didn't have a light on, but that's your bunk heater controls. And then you have a little port to plug stuff in and another little cubby. So pretty nice little section. Top bunk, as I said, you got all that diamond stitching. You got some nice speakers. The sound system in these trucks is amazing. The bottom bunk is a decent size, so it's a little bit bigger than a twin, maybe double size. So I know my twin sheet barely fits on it. Yeah, don't judge me about my laptops and my exhaust pipes. We're getting to those videos. But then we have all of my crap, my duffel bag and my backpack, and underneath that I have workout equipment. There's more workout equipment in the box, and then my cleaning supplies. And on this side I have my trash can, and then I keep my water in the bottom cubby down here, kind of dry foods and whatnot, if you will, in this cubby. Right here you have TV mount and plug-ins. So when all these plug-ins work, they are hooked to an 1800 watt power inverter that we got. And then up above that we have my microwave and my coffee machine over here on the side, which there is more plug-ins back here, and more 12 volt plug for this fan that I run right here. So, but I think that's about it. So that's the interior of the 2019 Kenworth T680. I know the video ran kind of fast. This is about the third time I shot the video, but both other times the video was like 20 something minutes long because I was trying to explain everything in little details. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask me. Drop them in the comments. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. But I tried to go through this as fast as possible because, yeah, you guys don't need to waste your whole day on me. So, but appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you all on the next video.